And I don't know if I'm the only person that has a problem with it, but that cold spaghetti is just terrible. I wish this fucking dog would go lay.
Well, that's kind of like the whole thing about, cold pizza and beer. Warm that shit up. It's supposed to be hot.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of eating food cold that is supposed to be hot. If it was served hot the first time, I want it hot the second time too. Yeah. Just, oh my God.
Anybody here ever had chitlins?
No, hell no.
And won't ever.
Nope, me neither.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I smelled them cooking once.
Ew.
That's the nastiest shit in the world. And all right, so I'm from Pine Bluff, and I worked at a grocery store in Pine Bluff.
And so basically, what he's saying, since he grew up there, his nose doesn't work anymore.
Oh, no, my nose works fine. But in this grocery store, they sold chitlins.
Oh.
And I every time I'd see them, I would just gag a little bit. I would die a little bit inside.
I don't think anybody in Pine Bluff can spill anything over that damn paper mill.
Yeah,
okay,
no kidding.
That's fair. That paper mill stinks really bad. Mm-hmm. But all right, what other nasty foods?
I was reading an article about nasty foods, and they had them listed by state. And in Alaska, they have the sour toe cocktail.
Oh, that's nasty as
Oh,
hell.
that?
Yes, I have.
I can't remember the backstory.
Josh Gates was there, and they served that to him one
This
time.
old dehydrated toe that they actually
Mummified
put
looking toe
in your drink.
Why would a rational person
And when you
do
drink
that?
it, the toe
it has to touch your lips.
It has to touch your
Oh
lips.
my God.
It's like, oh, no.
I don't understand why in
I'll
the
tell you
holy
what.
fuck someone would do that on purpose. That's like that. No, seriously, that's like something you
Yeah,
do
that's
to
disgusting.
someone after they have passed out. You put the rotten toe on the forehead, or draw a dick on their cheek. I mean, oh my God! Oh,
and
I would
you know
whoop
what?
an ass if
It's
that
not
happened
just,
to me.
It's not just nasty; it's weird stuff too. Because I remember we went to Canada one time. Mm-hmm. We go into this cafe, and I order French fries, and I'm like 9, 10, 11, something like that. I don't know. They bring the French fries out, and they're covered in gravy, and
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. Oh
what
no,
the hell is this?
Oh no, that shit is good.
Oh,
my God.
it is. But I mean, 9, 10, 11 years old, I was like,
But don't the, and I'm sure that every culture has their own weird shit, but the Alaskan people have this thing where it's like they take some part of some fish. I want to say it's whale fat, but don't hold me to that. And they like bury it for a month or some bullshit like that. And they call it black something, like
Where did you
blackfin,
say?
Alaska.
I think it's seal.
Black seal, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And they bury it until it's rotten, and then they eat it, and it's like you
that's like,
are not supposed to eat rotten food.
Yeah, no
That's
kidding.
how people
like,
die.
Norway, don't they have the
Yeah, they do
canned
something
fish
with like a
that's fermented and rotten?
Yeah, and that's why fucking the Scandinavian countries aren't known for their cuisine.
Well, one of my first jobs, I worked at Mount Fuji Japanese restaurant in Little Rock, and started as a dishwasher and ended up cooking. I wasn't the chef, but I was, like a soup. And we had a sushi bar, and those guys loved, because I was one of the only Americans that worked there. Mm-hmm. They loved to here, try this. And I mean, majority of it, I like sushi. It's good,
right.
But there was a few things. I mean, and it wasn't the smell. It'd be a texture thing more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I can't do? And I saw a video of this, and it seems so unbelievably cruel that I can't get past it. Have you seen that video of the fucking sushi chef cutting the octopus up while it's still alive?
That's awful.
Oh yeah,
I can't do that.
have you
no.
seen?
I can't eat my food if it's still moving.
Yeah,
Well, have you seen the video?
But the way that it's done, this motherfucking thing is still alive, and I don't know.
They just chop it up.
I don't know how you kill an octopus, but I would prefer mine be dead before it starts getting butchered.
Well, that's just like there's videos floating around, and it's either squid or octopus. It may be squid, where they're actually dead and they're cooked, but they put salt on them.
Oh,
and the salt activates their muscles, so they're like they look like
I saw a video of a guy, he was grilling.
And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, that's alive. And they're like, no, it's...
Well, I saw a video of this guy grilling, and it had to have been in Texas. Because this is the only place where I would expect this to happen. He had his steaks and his burgers and all this bullshit, and he had a snake It was skinned and everything. The head was off. I mean, it was obviously dead. And he put it on the grill and it started moving around. He was having to like corral this thing to cook it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, dude, I think I would have taken a loss on that. Be like, man, I don't know what to tell you, but you're not eating rattlesnake today.
I've actually had snake. My neighbor, who's a wildlife biologist, he wouldn't have killed it, but this thing, it was a rattlesnake, and it had gotten on his porch 2 or 3 times, and he smoked it. Talk about good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was delicious.
You know, I'd gotten the wild ass idea because there's a place in North Little Rock, and I'm sure there's other places, but this particular place in Sherwood rather, and they sell alligator, right? Little alligator chunks and shit. And so I got some, and I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And it was not. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was like, I couldn't taste it, you know? It's like the same thing with lobster. I can't taste lobster for whatever reason.
I know with like alligator, crocodile, if you don't get the fat off of there,
yeah.
that will ruin it.
I've heard that you won't ever eat it again if you don't get all the fat off of it.
That, and it's easy to overcook it, which makes it all rubbery and dry, and you know.
Well, I don't know if I overcooked it, undercooked it, whatever the fucking problem was. I could taste the seasonings. Yep. I could taste the
I've had it
everything
before,
else. I just couldn't taste the actual.
Yeah.
I had it before. I think at the air show they had alligator on a stick. It was pretty good. It tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Huh.
A lot of things actually do taste like chicken. The rattlesnake I had tasted like a spicy Cajun chicken or something.
Oh my god! Do you remember so when we were in Germany, in front of the BX, they would have this one of those mobile barbecue pit things, and this guy had turkey legs, and I thought birds this big were extinct. This motherfucking leg would be
dinosaurs.
I'm sure I'm exaggerating. I'm sure I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was like a foot long. And like that big around, I mean, bigger around than a softball. It's like, how many people is this supposed to? And it was cheap.
Was it East Berlin? You know, it might have been. They might have been in the Olympic program. Steroids.
Yeah, it's like how many motherfuckers is this thing supposed to eat? Oh, or feed? Oh, just one. Well, hand it here, I guess.
Brontosaurus.
I love those grills. They'd give you the big long sausages. You'd have a bun this big around and probably 6 inches of sausage hanging out of it on both ends.
That sounds so dirty. But yeah, they were really good. Or they would have grilled schnitzel, which is normally fried, but they would grill theirs, and it was the same type of thing. They'd put it on this hamburger bun, but you'd have like 3 inches of fucking meat all the way around it. It was so good. Oh my god.
Honest to God, I love food. I don't know about y'all, but it's hard to turn me off of something. But if you do, I'm done. I won't be back.
Well, I mean, oh, sorry.
North Dakota, they have something they love. It's lutefisk, which is I think it's Norwegian.
Yeah,
probably.
I've heard of it. It's
basically translates to lye fish.
Yeah,
and they soak it in lye for a week.
I don't get that.
How is there anything left?
And they said it's like a jelly.
Yeah,
that's disgusting.
It's like jellifies.
Oh my god, that makes me want to vomit in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, but on that same list, they had under the nasty foods, they had shit like Frito pies.
Yeah, Texas was Frito pie.
Yeah, and it's like,
what's nasty about Frito pie?
It's like if you don't like Frito pies, that's un-American.
I don't think I'd have made it through junior high without Frito pie. I went to Mobile Junior High, and we had like these little bars, almost like a food court, and that, I get Frito pie.
Yeah, man, it's hard to fuck up a Frito pie. I mean, all you need is Fritos, chilies, and cheese.
The nastiest food for Arkansas was a fried fruit pie.
I don't see what the problem is.
What?
Yeah, right.
This guy obviously hated the South.
Well, but I mean, and I will say this. When the production company was down here and they were filming me for that documentary about the Ivoryville woodpecker, those guys are from like New York, California.
Yeah, they don't know, though.
We would go into places like Hazen. We went into this place that's really good, like Huddle House or something.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not like the Huddle House you see. It's like been there forever.
Oh, okay.
But, oh my God, food's great. Those people the waitresses would look at them so weird. Yeah, I want this, but I don't want this on it. I don't want that on it, and I'd like you to.
Oh, I hate that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Order your shit the way you want it, but it's like, man, if you have to make alterations to every fucking thing that you're getting, maybe you should get something else.
Well, and the thing is, a lot of food, and I've come to realize this over the years, a lot of food, the flavor is predicated on all of those different things mixing together.
Right, that synergistic effect.
Yeah.
So we have a Dairy Queen here. right? There's a Dairy Queen that is not part of the franchise. It's not part of the corporation, and it's in is it Conway or Russellville or some shit like that? It's in Conway, right?
Oh, I'll have to go there because.
Okay, well, when you do, just know because here's what happened to me. I was out there with work. We were doing this thing, and so our CIO took us all to this particular Dairy Queen, and I don't know how many hundreds of dollars he dropped, but there was like 30 of us. And someone had said something about the fries were an order of fries were massive. So a small is like an extra large, and a large is like you better pack a bag because you're not eating them all. Well, none of us believed them. We're like, whatever, fucking, they're fries. I mean, oh my god, I got a large order of fries, and that was one of the few times in my life that I did not finish those fries. I was like, oh, they weren't bullshit. And it was so cheap. It was like a large order of fries was like $2, but it was like this 5-gallon bucket of fries. I was like, son of a bitch, this is enormous. What the hell? But yeah, that list that you had, or that you read off, they had, I mean, it's like the Frito pies and the fried pies, and it's like, man, y'all just don't know.
Yeah, y'all don't know.
I mean, you want to talk about nasty food? Well, yeah, fish jelly is nasty.
Yeah.
Rotten seal, that's gross. Frito pies are good.
He would probably be put off. There was a lady in Devall's Bluff, old black lady, and I think now her daughter's doing it. And it's close, but it ain't like it's not like when the old woman was doing it.
It never is.
But that's what she did. She made pies,
right?
Big full size pies. I think she did some fried pies, but a lot of people around here call her the pie Nazi because you'd go in there and
I was like the soup Nazi in New York.
A lot of times you'd have to wait, and people would some people that would show up would get grumbly, and she'd like, out.
Nice.
She's done with you. Get out.
Dude, that's awesome, man. If I owned a business and someone came in there all acting all uppity and shit, I'd be like, you can hit the fucking brakes, dude. Your money is not any better than any of these people in line. Yeah. So you can shut up or you can leave.
Your time is not more valuable than theirs. Yeah,
exactly.
Let's see, in South Carolina they had fried pig ears, which I would totally try that.
I don't know. I mean, I like pork rinds and everything, but...
I mean, it can't be much different than pork rinds.
Yeah, but I don't know what part of the pig the pork rind comes from. I know it's the skin, but it's not, I don't have a specific body part area where they're saying, this is from here.
Maybe you don't want to know where those pork rinds come from.
Yeah, fucking the areolas and the fucking tape, that's where pork rinds come from. But just the idea that, the pig, I don't know. Go ahead.
I think it tastes pretty good.
I'm sure you do.
Washington, they had green tea and pea soup.
That's a deal breaker.
Well, I like green tea.
Well, no, I will say this. You've had bad experiences with pea, but if you ever have some good...
Peas, not pea.
This is not the R. Kelly show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bobby Brown used to do it, too. You remember when he was on that show and he would go up in the middle of the night, he'd get up, open the closet door, and just pee in the floor.
What the fuck?
It was a reality show.
He was like sleepwalking. It was that show where they took different artists
and
they were going to make them into country stars or something, and they all stayed in one house.
Oh, I think I need to watch that.
He had a roommate, and he would
this was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a while back. He would
wake up. Celebrity House, maybe?
I don't know.
Is that the one that Sebastian Bach was in?
I think so, yes. I think so.
The little midget guy was in there.
The little midget guy.
Vanilla Ice was on it.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
I saw that Ron Jeremy was on it, too. Is that the one?
No, I don't think
remember.
Ron Jeremy was.
That's not the one where Ron Jeremy fucked over Vanilla Ice after they made some sort of secret.
No, I think that was a different. I think that was a different show. They were both.
How many fucking reality shows has Vanilla Ice been on?
I mean, hey, when you can't get a real job.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
But yeah, he would sleepwalk and open the closet door and go pee.
And then close the closet door and get back in bed. And, they had night vision cameras.
What else is on there?
Anyway.
I think we went a little bit astray with Bobby Brown. Oh no, you had said something about.
If you have had good split pea and ham soup,
I don't think that's a
you
thing.
Would like it. No, it is.
No, I'm fairly certain it's not. It doesn't matter if the peas are split or quartered.
No, I'm telling you,
diced
like
or jellied or whatever. I think peas are disgusting, and that's ham. I'm cool with peas. No, and I want to clarify. I have a problem with peas. I've not had a problem with pea. I think that's an
He has a problem
important.
peeing.
No, I don't, and I think that's an important